Hey everybody, so this is my wife's 2025 Bronco Raptor. So I thought I'd give you a few buying tips or maybe some things I've learned after buying a few new vehicles and pre-owned vehicles. And my tips are more geared toward trying to get a good deal. I mean, honestly, I feel that if you go to any dealership, pretty much with a pulse, you can get a new car. It's probably going to be horrific rates and you're going to pay more than you should, but you can get one. If you want to get a good deal, first of all, it helps to come with good credit. The better credit you have, the better. So being in the excellent level will obviously help get you the best rates. Having some money down will help you, or a trade-in that has some equity in it will also help. And that is so that you can somewhat set the terms of the deal. So I would recommend also being willing to drive. I have a number of dealerships here where I live and, within 1-2 hours, but I found the best deal for the vehicle I was looking for about 4.5 hours away. If you can find somebody that'll take you, that would be great. But I got this rental car one way for $100. So just doing it this way works. If you search on like how to buy a car, they'll always tell you, hey, look, get the out the door price of the vehicle. That means what they are listing the vehicle for, the negotiated price you want to pay for that car, plus any tax, titles, and fees and anything else. All of that. After, for example, if it's $70,000 on the website, it's probably going to be more like $74,000 to $75,000 out the door because of tax, title, and license. Then you bring in your trade-ins. Treat that like its own deal. Get the price on the vehicle and then negotiate the dealership price. Something that you will learn when you trade it in is that you can save money on the taxes. So when you trade in a vehicle that has equity, so you owe less than the value of the vehicle, you only pay taxes on the difference. Let's say I had $10,000 in equity in this car and I trade it in and I take it off of a $70,000 vehicle, I would pay taxes on $60,000. Going to the dealership, going prepared to the dealership, make sure, even if you're not going to use Carvana or CarMax, if you know you're going to trade it in, go to those websites first. Get a value on your car, like how much they're willing to give you for it. I think Carvana is usually actually higher. They offer you more money, and print that out and take it to the dealership and be like, this is what I want for this car. It'll usually be more than what they're willing to offer you, and you have to negotiate that with the deal. They will almost certainly come back, like, let's say Carvana offers you $10,000 for this, they'll come back with $9,000. Actually, I would recommend dropping all of the numbers into ChatGPT and letting it help you figure that out. Take all the numbers, throw them into ChatGPT. I do it right in front of them and I tell them, okay, let me throw this into ChatGPT and see what it says. I don't mind letting them know that I'm doing research and not just taking everything at face value. But go prepared and go with whoever gives you the best rate. I will usually go to my bank and have them finance me, and then I go to the dealership and I'm like, hey, look, I'm already financed at 5%. I don't mind using you guys if you will beat it. Don't tell them to match it, because if they can give you 4.9, I mean, that's even better. So be like, hey, if you guys will beat it, I'll use your financing. Otherwise, I'm ready to go. And those are kind of the steps that you really want to take so that you can get the best deal possible. Really, and then it just kind of becomes simple negotiating. So just ask, be like, hey, that deal's starting to sound pretty good. I'm tempted. Let me see what else I can find. They might tell you something like, okay, well, what is it going to take for you to just buy it now? And, be honest. Be like, well, I want another $2,000 off of it. Maybe they'll go down, okay, well, best we can do is another $1,500. You want to get a good deal, but don't get greedy. I mean, also realize the value of the vehicle, that they need to make some money off of it. And, then if the deal is good, make the deal. Selling websites, and just put in what you're looking for nationwide. for the miles and whatever features you want, and then get an idea of how much they're going for. If you see all the Bronco Raptors with about 3,000 miles that are 2025, around $72,000, $73,000, around there, you know, probably don't expect to get $68,000, you know, for a pre-owned. Another big tip is look for a year older. This is a 2025 that we purchased in May of 2026. So it was brand new, but it was already a year old. So it had been sitting in lots for kind of a while. Those are probably the best deals to get. And you'll find those, you know, you can start looking, obviously at the start of the year. So January, and the later the year goes, the better the deals will get. So that you can get the best deal possible, have good credit, have some money down, or a trade-in that has equity. To get my own Raptor, and I'll have to come up with a name. My wife's Raptor's name is Tony the Pony, so I'll have to come up with a name for mine. All right, I hope this was helpful. If you guys will do me a favor and subscribe, give me a thumbs up if anything was useful. Give me your tips at the bottom of the page that maybe you use, and I will see you at the next video. Talk to you guys later. Bye.